Okay.
Welcome, everybody. This is Aline with Let's Chat Jax, and happy Valentine's Day. I know this is a special time of year for everybody, but just wanted to say that we need to spread some love, more love in the world right now. And so let this day be your day to start doing that. Now and forever, not just once a year. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. Well, I am here today interviewing a wonderful man, entrepreneur, Mr. Joseph Tolbert.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Joseph, take it away.
Hello, how are you guys?
You're on Let's Chat Jax.
Yes, you're on Let's Chat Jax. Awesome.
That's right. So, he's going to share some interesting information. He's going to incorporate his background and what he does to help you get insight on your personal development and your finances today.
Okay. Just wanted to talk a little bit about business ownership and what that is. The difference between being self-employed and owning a business, because when you own a business, it's so that you don't have to be present. Robert Kiyosaki, you know who that is?
Yes.
I'm a huge fan of his business concepts, and he talks about being employed, self-employed, business owner, and an investor. And I remember when I was in the self-employed pocket, and I thought, hey, I'm a business owner. I own a business and things like that. And one of my really good friends, Amy Pope Wells, who's running for Congress right now, she has a $100 million staffing agency, and we were talking, and she said, hey, there's this group I want you to come to. I want you to meet these guys. They're all middle-sized businesses. So I'm thinking, pretty cool. And she said they all make between 12 and 15. And in my mind, I was gonna, how somebody's talking,
right,
and you think you know where they're going, and in your head you finish their sentence. So correct. I thought she was gonna say $12 and $15,000 a month, but she said $12 to $15 million a year.
Wow.
And so I was like, okay, so that's a middle-sized business. So what's a small business?
Yeah.
And she said anywhere from $1 to $3 to $5 million a year.
Oh my gosh.
And so I even did some more research after that, and they also added in the small business category where you employ like 40 to 50 people. And so I said, so people like me, and she cut me off and said, are not even on the radar. And so at that point, I began to converse. What?
No, you're fine.
Okay, and so at that point, I asked her. I said, so the problem is that people don't know this. She said, exactly. People learn how to make $2 or $3 grand a month. They're self-employed, and they think they're doing it. And she said, I said, well, what do you guys? What is that categorized in economics? She said, micro businesses. And so I was like, okay. So I said, so I need to go from being self-employed to business owner, to where, like, I'm here and I have a business in Ocala that's running. I'm here and I have a business in St. Augustine that's running. And so that's, it's a system. It's a system in place that whether you go to work today or not, you still get a paycheck.
Right.
And so I just like to let business owners know or entrepreneurs know, nothing wrong with being self-employed. There was a time when I cleaned all of my own accounts, myself. I did everything myself, but I knew I didn't want to stay there. And so I had to go from being self-employed to business owner, having a system, whether it's an online system or maybe investment system, or even a business system, to where it's running without you. And so many people have this bad view of corporate America, and I get it. Sometimes they suck. You know, I get it 100%. And everybody's like, corporate America sucks. I'm going to start my own business. I said, that's great. However, are you planning on doing everything yourself until you retire? They said, no. I said, so the corporate structure that you don't like, you need to learn how it works, because one day you want your business to be a corporate structure.
Well, I was just going to say that there's a lot of things that you can learn by working in corporate America, because I used to be in that. Yes, you may not like a lot of things,
right?
But yeah, you got to get the system down before you can get out there and get your own thing going.
I see so many people leave corporate America because it sucks. And I'm even talking about, your six-figure earners. I'm going to start my own thing, and they get out here and they fail because they didn't learn what true leadership was, and they realized real fast the only reason people did what you told them to do was because they didn't want to get fired. But out here, nobody has to follow you.
Right.
You have to have a certain level of influence and the ability to lead and train and influence and make people feel good about things. So, anyways. Just the difference between being self-employed and owning a business. I think it's extremely important to know if you're self-employed, it's okay. But know that you're self-employed and you're not a business owner, so you know where you're working toward. You still have a job. You're just your own boss.
Right.
Opposed to, I don't have a job. I am the boss. I am the owner, and they work for me.
Great concepts, because who thinks about that? Who thinks about that? Most people don't. I mean, they just go fly off the handle when they decide that they just want to quit their job, and
and they don't really know what to expect.
No, they don't. They don't know what to expect.
So many things are informational only, and I can't stand fluff. I can't stand information. Is it okay to mention something I read in the Bible?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This is no judgment zone.
Right. There's a verse.
We're all about the Bible here.
That says knowledge puffs up.
Yes.
And there's also a verse that says get wisdom. It's the principal thing. And it says in all of the wisdom that you get, also get understanding. Understanding is why. And so knowledge puffed up means that because you know a lot of information, you think you're super smart. You think you know everything. I find that the people who fail the fastest are the most educated individuals. And I tell people all the time, I'm not smart enough to know what I can't do. So if it pops in my head, I'm trying to figure out how to get it done. And the wisdom of how do I do this? How do I do this? And why? How and why? And if your why is strong enough, you'll figure out how, because your why is very, very, very important.
Right.
But knowledge by itself, seminars that just tell you what. Everybody, we already know what to do. Get your bills paid. Well, I know that. How do I do that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and sometimes people are afraid to ask for help.
Yeah, but again, it's because when you get taught that the more you know, the better you are, and it's like, no, I don't spend my days trying to know the most stuff. What I spend my days doing is finding people who are smarter, stronger, faster than I am, and I let them do it. I don't try to figure out stuff. It's silly. I'd rather follow instructions, and it cuts my learning curve in half. It's almost like, if you guys are married, you see your husband buys a little desk or something. It's got it comes in a box. You got to put it together. It's got the picture on there, and the picture on there is what it's supposed to look like when you're done. And inside of the box are the instructions
with all those pieces.
Right. But what do men like to do? I'm not going to read these instructions.
I can do it myself.
I'll figure it out. And they're sitting there all this time, and they could have just read the instructions and be done. And they get to a point invariably where they're stuck, and still it doesn't dawn on them, just read the instructions. The wife has to come along and say, baby, just read the instructions, please. So he reads the instructions, and I'm finished. It looks like the picture. The point I'm making is finding people with the instructions, it guarantees that your vision looks like what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, they've already made all the the failures and
they put the slot A into slot D when it was supposed to go into slot B.
Absolutely. And so I don't spend a lot of time trying to figure stuff out. That's silly. I spend my days finding people who are smarter than me, faster than me, stronger than me, and I work with them. It cuts my learning curve in half. I'm really good at following instructions. That's what I'm good at. My cleaning company, I grew it watching a friend of mine grow it. Like I said, one of my mentors, her staffing company does $100 million a year. Mine only does $60,000 a year. I'm not trying to figure anything out. I just follow suit. I do what I'm told, and I succeed.
Duplicate.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. And I don't need the credit. You can have the credit. You showed me. You did it. I don't have an ego. I tell people, if you want the credit, you're gonna stay broke.
Mm-hmm.
Give away the credit. Let somebody else be the man. Let somebody else let their light shine. Let them be in the front. By all means, it's only because of her that I'm here. It's only because of him that I'm here. As long as my check's cash.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't need to be the guy. Stop trying to be the guy. Just follow. Follow instructions.
That's so good.
That's where your wisdom
powerful. This is powerful.
So good.
Woo!
That's where the wisdom is, I think. It's in letting somebody show you how. We already know what. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to get the bills paid. I'm supposed to make a little bit of money, take care of my family. I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how to do it.
I'm just, this is just, what can I say? Getting more pumped up and full of wisdom today.
Right, woohoo!
Woohoo!
So, Joseph, I know that you have a radio show.
Yeah, on 107.9 FM. Every Saturday at 10, it's called Financing Your Future with Joseph Tolbert Jr. And we talk about money, we talk about entrepreneurialism, business development, financial strategy. It's a call-in show, so people can call in and ask questions in real time. The people that we have on the show are people who are successful. I don't believe in fluff. I don't believe in fake it till you make it. I believe that, I believe in have-done type folks. If they have done it, then they can teach me how to do it, So the people that we bring on are already high six-figure earners. They're already millionaires. They already have successful companies. So even when we have our seminars once a quarter, the kind of people we bring in are not people who are going to get you pumped up, but these guys have done it, and they're just here to tell you how.
Mm-hmm. Who are some of the business owners that are on your radio show?
We've had Amy that's on there. She's running for Congress right now. Mm-hmm. We've had Warner Thurman. He owns a $10 million a year company in Carolina. He's one of my mentors. I've had a guy, Charles Boyette. He runs a very successful magazine in Carolina. Who else has been on there?
Well, we haven't been on there yet.
Never been on there.
We will be on there yet.
100%.
We're going to get there.
So we have some really cool folks that come out.
Okay.
They don't want nothing. They don't ask for nothing. They're not selling nothing. They just want to share with the world how to do what they've already done.
Right. So how did you go about starting the radio show?
It was just an idea one day.
Mm-hmm.
Popped in my head. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And I just called the radio show and said, hey, I want to be on the radio. They told me what I needed to do. I've got on the phone, called a few sponsors, and I've been on the radio now a year and a half, 2 years. Something
That's
like
been
that.
like...
It's been at least 2 years. This
right.
might be the second.
Man, that's flourishing. Woo!
Yeah, it's going really well.
I look forward to hearing.
It's got a
the
really
radio
good show.
Yes,
it's a good show. I think you will like it. So yeah, like I said, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know what I can't do. Mm-hmm. So I just do it. When we started our seminar company, I was like, I'm gonna do a seminar company, and everybody's all of the educated folk. Well, how much money do you got to start it? You got any marketing dollars? You got your website? What makes you? Who wants to hear you? You got a book out? You got cards? all the reasons why you can't do something. And,
right.
And it's like, stop it. I said, look, man. I'm very simple minded, and I'm okay with that. I don't spell well. If I run out of fingers, I'm done counting. But what I know is what I know, and it's how the world kind of works.
And you have wisdom.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. He has wisdom, and he has a voice.
Yes. Yeah. And I said, buddy, look, you know what I do need to do a seminar? I need a room. I need a person on the stage, and I need people in that room.
Right.
That's it. I need 3 things to do a seminar. All that other stuff, it'll come one day maybe, and then we have a website now, and I have cards now, and all that stuff. But when I started, I need 3 things. So I'm not going to let you tell me why I can't do it. I mean, even when I started my cleaning company, we were already doing $250,000 a year. I didn't have any cards. No, I still don't have a website for it.
All by word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yes.
Salespeople. Just a system in place. I have no magnets on the side of my car, and I'm not knocking all that stuff. I'm not saying that. But they're peripheral. They're not the center. What you got to have, buddy, is a building and somebody cleaning that building.
That's right.
You're spending all this money and you have no building yet. The card isn't going to get you a building. The magnet isn't going to get you a building. The website is not going to get you a building. Your relationship skills, that's going to get you a building.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? And so now I'm putting together a website. Now, I said we have cards now. I still don't even have T-shirts really. And I'm not knocking that stuff. But what I'm saying is you got to know what's important and what's secondary. And so I'm pretty good at knowing what's the centerpiece. And I build that centerpiece, and then I put the peripheral pieces to it.
Man, that's an awesome concept. I think a lot of people, we've all been trained the opposite way, and that might be another reason why so many people fail. Because they feel like they have to do all this peripheral stuff.
Right.
You spend all this
the
money
fluff.
buying this. Correct.
And that's what I call it, all the fluff
All
stuff.
the fluff.
It's like, no, give me the meat, and we'll put the fluff stuff on it. We'll decorate it in a minute.
Although we're girls, we do like fluff.
We do.
We have our fluffy wings.
Yeah.
Our fluffy wings.
And when I say
Flamingo
somebody
wings.
told me, made me understand it better. She was talking about marriages and women and men and whatever your perspective is on that. And she said something like, as a wife, I want to be the most complimenting and complimentary thing to my husband. And it doesn't mean that it's not valuable. The complimentary piece is beautiful. It's necessary. It's well taken care of. It's I'm saying, all these things.
It's valued,
but it's not. It's super valuable. But it's not the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how I look at all that other stuff. Cards are complimentary. The magnet is complimentary. The car, the vehicle, the business vehicle, the websites, all that stuff is complimentary. Mm-hmm. But you have no system bringing money in the house right now. Why are we going out and putting the complimentary pieces to nothing? First get the centerpiece, then we get the complimentary things.
Yes.
Man, that's awesome.
So how can people find out more about you?
Well, you can Google Joseph Tolbert Jr. and stuff comes up. My website is josephtolbertjr.com. Also harvestgroupinstitute.com. We're on Twitter, if you do that.
If you do that.
Tweet.
I know you said you're on Instagram.
Instagram.
You can find us at Harvest Group 1 on Instagram.
Harvest Group 1.
Yeah. And we do have a Facebook page, just Harvest Group Institute. It's connected to our Instagram, so whatever we post there goes straight there as well. And then social media-wise, that's about it. And then, every Saturday, on 107.9 FM at 10 a.m. We're on there talking about money.
Love it. Golly. Well, we have just learned a lot of heartfelt methods today about business and personal development. So just want you guys to have a wonderful Valentine's Day. So Cindy, you going to come over here and join us?
I am. Okay. I'm coming from behind the camera.
Here's Cindy. Hi.
So we're here. Thanks for joining us, and look for us again on another episode of
Let's Chat Jax. Happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Love you guys.
Hearts.
Bye.